What's up, guys? Thanks for coming out again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from all around the world. Today we have my boy Steeven from Black Core
Holdings.
Homie almost had me hanging, but he didn't. It's okay. Tell him, Steeven, bro, who you are, what you do, where the heck did you even start from, and all of that.
Well, let's start from the beginning. My name is Steeven. Steeven Sevilla. I originally grew up stateside. So I originally grew up in Florida. I was born in Haiti. First generation immigrant, like a lot of people in Canada. Moved to Florida when I was 3 or 4, so like 95, 96. Did my early years in education there. And then my family decided to make the move in 2008, which was perfect timing because everything went to shit. Like, everything went downhill, we got...
Before or after, though?
2008 was when the crash happened.
So they did it before the crash or after the crash?
We left the summer of 2008. The year Obama got elected, in November, is when we left.
Wow.
Yeah, we left when everything was just... 07, things started to go downhill. We got accepted. So we applied in 04. We got in 08. And I moved to Ottawa. And it was a massive culture shock. There was no stray dogs. There was no homeless people. I thought I was living like a Brady Bunch life. I'm not gonna lie to you. And when I moved to Orleans, this is when Orleans was like new. So I moved to Orleans. This was when Orleans was like new, and it was like a Brady Bunch life. Yeah. Culture shock. First time I ever met like an actual like multicultural person. So like first time I met an Asian. First time I met a Leb. First time I met an Indian was all here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, where were you in Florida though?
I was in Miami, and I grew up in Miami and Port St. Lucie. So Central Florida. Which is like Miami, Port St. Lucie is 2 hours north of Miami, and did time in Miami. So like, it's either you're like white, black, or Hispanic.
Really?
There was really...
At the time, Miami was not as multicultural.
No, right now, like, the Habibis took over. Your people took over, bro.
Yeah. He doesn't even know what my people are. But okay, continue. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so moved here, did 2 years of high school here, then I moved back to Florida, played ball my senior year. Got a couple offers. I chose to go to school in Halifax, St. Mary's. Wow. Didn't get any offers stateside, so fortunately didn't get any offers stateside. Chose to go to school at St. Mary's, spent 5 years there. Studied international development studies and political science. I actually started a couple businesses at that time there, but nothing got there, like nothing past the idea phase, We did a little work on it, nothing really got past that. And then after school, I moved back to Ottawa. That's where my mom was living at the time. So I moved back to Ottawa, and I've been here ever since. And yeah, 2019 is when I started my own company, but there's a whole journey between that. So I started my company in 2019, my construction company, but before then, I did a cleaning franchise, owned a cleaning franchise. I sold life insurance. I sold security like ADT. I was a dealer for ADT, as well as I also sold life insurance. Oh, and I sold used tires. So we did a lot of used tire sales. Okay. Yeah, the Habibis run that game, by the way.
Yeah, they do. They do. Actually, we just had a consultation with, I had one yesterday, with a guy in Vancouver. Also, he's a Habibi as well. And I don't know if you know, Vancouver doesn't snow at all.
No.
But guys, like that's a good business to be in. And that's crazy that you said that. Detroit, Chicago, New York, it's all the Habibis that do it. Nobody else that does it. You know what I mean? But so go ahead, continue what you're saying. So like, you've done a lot of sales, what it seems like.
I've done a lot of sales. So I specialize in sales. Because out of university, I didn't want a government job. But like, I'm not a person who can sit down on a desk and just like, well, someone tells me this is my life for the rest of my life, bro, just throw me off a bridge. Yeah. I just couldn't, like, I don't know how people do it. Like, doing the same task over and over again for the rest of your life, it's not me. Okay. So I wanted something where I can be outside, mobile, be creative. Okay. So I did landscaping.
Do you have ADHD? If you don't?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah? 100%, yeah. Okay. Fully diagnosed, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Can't sit down.
Okay.
Can't do it.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I decided to go into trades. At the time, couldn't find a job, just like most people outside of school. Some of the jobs I wanted, I did not want. I don't think I'll be good at it. And I fell into sales. You make a lot of money fast in sales if you're good at it. So that's literally what happened. Fell into sales. And I realized a lot of things, if I'm not passionate about it, I'm not really good at selling it. So a lot of things, I wasn't as passionate about it. So I wasn't really good at selling it. But when I found my niche, I did very well.
So you had to like the product before you sold it?
I can't sell you on something if I don't like it. I can't. So
Is that something that you do that works for everyone? Is that like almost like an international rule for
no,
for
there's some
sales?
people who are great sales. They can sell anything you put in front of them. Once they understand the product, they will sell it.
But there's a difference though. It's liking it and understanding it. Do you need to understand the product or do you need to love the product?
I need to love the product.
Interesting.
Because I'm more passionate about it when I love the product. Because I can't sell you, like, for example, I used to sell insurance, right? A lot of insurance that we sold wasn't, I personally think it was needed because healthcare covers most of it. It was just double coverage. Like, if some reason healthcare doesn't cover it, then you'll be covered.
God forbid.
I wasn't passionate about selling that. But when I was selling used tires, I was passionate because I have used tires in my car. I'm like, bro, like, you know, I know the game. You know, when I was selling security systems, I was very passionate about it because I know how important it is to need security systems.
Yeah.
So it depends on the product that I was selling at the time.
That makes sense. That makes sense though, especially like because sales is just like the whole thing is upon success. If you're not getting paid, you're not gonna continue with it. So it makes sense that you kind of need to love the product. Is that like, do you do a business in general with passion, or you do it because of your background in school? Because what, like you went to school for what again? Sorry.
I went to school for I literally went to school for football. I'll be honest with you, I went to school for football. I needed a degree or classes that was easy enough. I landed on political science.
But that's not easy.
So it was so easy.
Really?
To me, it was easy.
Oh.
It was just a bunch of papers and a lot of public speaking.
Okay.
Which was a lot of presenting, a lot of public speaking, a lot of papers, a lot of memory. So it was pretty easy for me. And I studied international development studies, which is basically the same thing. Yeah. So it was kind of like a mixture of econ and global affairs. Okay. So it was pretty easy to me. So what was the question again? Completely just went on a rant, bro.
ADHD 101, guys. ADHD 101, bro. My question was is that like the passion part? Is that how you also do your business? Is it you do business with passion, or you do it because you have like ends meet, or like you have to, you know what I mean? Like,
so back to the ADHD, right? Like for us, like I don't know if you have ADHD too, but
I don't have ADHD.
Yeah. So dopamine hits differently, you know, like
I could tell.
So like certain things that excite other people, I find boring.
So
like, I used to like when I was younger, I partied just like anybody else, right? Okay. But like when I get drunk, I'm more focused. That sounds crazy. You think I'm joking? You're laughing at that because like dopamine is different. Your dopamine receptors react differently, right?
That makes no sense, brother. I'm more logic.
I'm more focused, bro. If I get turned, I can write you a term paper. Like I'm more focused. Like
okay, so what? Were you sending in paper? So you do business drunk?
No, like I'll still have fun and like lose whatever the vibe was, but like I can remember most of that night. Like,
you know what's funny? I think you're the second or third person from Florida that ever told me this. Florida is really like a place. Like it's not a joke, bro.
It's the water, I guess.
I don't know what it is about Florida, but you're the third person that I remember from my trip, my last 2 trips, that told me like, yeah, I like to do business with drinking and this and that. I'm like, yeah, me a Muslim, I don't drink, but me personally, even if I wasn't Muslim, I wouldn't drink. It just was not a thing for me. But it's very strange that you say that, because I know some people that have the same thing but with weed. Like they need to conduct business. They only tap into their creative side. They only focus when there's weed in their system.
So let's get it straight out the way. Like I don't drink at all anymore.
Oh.
But I was telling you when I was younger, like how ADHD works. So the reason I'm very passionate about business because it excites me. My dopamine receptors, like the way I get excited about solving a problem. That's how I view it.
Okay.
For me, it's all problem solving, and the way I solve a problem is, I find business to be a massive problem, and it's a change of scenery.
That's correct.
I knew for a fact if I do anything creative, whether it's photography, arts, music, construction, music, I'll be very good at it because it's creative, and that's how my brain works. If anything creative or I can solve a problem doing it, I'm okay with doing it.
Okay.
But if I have to sit at a desk and just stamp papers and read emails, again, I can't do that.
Yeah, admin is not for you.
No.
So who does your admin right now?
My business partner. He does a lot of the back end work. I focus on the day-to-day operations as well as staffing and a lot of the construction aspect of the business that needs to be done. So any repairs that need to be done, changing staff, hiring, stuff like that. That's what really...
Hiring, really?
Hiring, firing.
And what do you? Me myself in my own businesses, I've the one thing or one department that I've always struggled with is the hiring and firing, the HR part.
Yeah.
I never got a good grasp of it. I should get a coach for it, in my opinion.
For every new sign up, we are offering 15 fully edited reels for $1,500. We script the videos, come to your business, film and edit the content, and we handle all the revisions. If you're interested, please click the link in the description to book a call with one of our associates, and we'll get you set up as soon as possible.
Saved me a lot of time, a lot of money. But what has worked for you in hiring?
What has worked for us is hiring. So like again, one of the business that we own, we staff 25 people.
Okay.
So we have our core staff, who are our managers and supervisors, and then we have the base staff. So what worked for me in hiring is seeing someone's work ethic. So like when we purchased a business, the owner actually told us what to look for. So like one of the things she does is if they're late, don't hire them. They're not worth hiring. If they reschedule, don't hire them. Because if they're late or reschedule, they're gonna do that when it comes to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So and she actually said the way it walk, because the industry that the business that we're in is very fast paced. So if they walk very slow, don't hire them because they won't be able to keep up with the pace of it.
Really?
Yeah. So she taught us what to look for when we're hiring certain employees, because those traits that they have in their everyday life, people understand it. Like your daily habits is how you are in the workplace.
No.
If you're a lazy person, you think you're gonna do a lot of work when you get to work? No. You're gonna find a way to do the most minimum amount of work just to get by, and then end the day. If you're an overachiever, the way you work is the way you work, right? So that's what we look for in certain aspects when we're hiring. Is the traits that we look for. So in construction, can they critically think? Because if you're hiring someone to do a job or build a wall, if there's a brick in front of you, are you gonna build around the brick or are you gonna move the brick? Some people, you'd be surprised.
Really?
I got phone calls like, hey, there's a room full of drywall. What do I do? I don't know. Fucking move it.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
But no, they'll call you. You'll get phone calls. So
I'm very familiar with that, by the way. We do property management as our sister company, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
So like people call you for the dumbest things, and like it's just like critical
What
thinking.
am I paying you for?
Like if you have to call me, I have to do your job. What am I paying you for?
Correct. And that's what it is for me, because half of our leasing company from the real estate side is commission based. So it's funny how you said that, because my partner the other day literally said the same thing. If they reschedule, I know if they cancel or they don't show up or they're late, I already know that's for me, an X. But if they reschedule, this is new to me. I'm literally hearing this week, and I think it's like God is telling you to tell me that if somebody reschedules, doesn't matter how good they are, they're gonna
flake. And then they get comfortable with it. So like I found like in construction, I found a lot of not tricks, but you have to you ever seen an old construction head who's just miserable and mean to everyone?
Yes.
You have to become that guy, because like he's been through it. So like for example, if you're doing a project and then me, I showed up here 30 minutes before we even supposed.
Yeah, very punctual.
I like to be punctual.
Very punctual, by the way.
I like to be very punctual because I don't like to waste someone's time.
Yeah.
I expect people who work with me to be the same way. If you're always late and consistently late, I can't expect you to show up when a big deal's on the table. So let's say there's a big deal on the table and you're like, hey, and I know you're the right guy for it. I'll skip your name and go to number 2 because number 2 shows up.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm putting my name and reputation on the line.
Yeah.
And you can't even show up for me. I can't expect you to show up for a guy you never met.
Fair enough. That makes a lot of sense, though. So you just highlighted very quickly of what businesses you guys own and this and that. So the viewer's probably saying, what does this guy even do? So what do you guys do?
So right now, I own 2 companies. One is a construction company I own by myself. And the other one we purchased last January. It was a government contract for 6 cafeterias and 2 Starbucks. So we run multiple cafeterias. Right now, we're only at 40% capacity. Government's slowly starting to get back to work. So right now, we have 3 locations open.
Are they actually going back to the office? Is that
July is 4 days, and then 2027 will be full time back.
Have you ever seen Ottawa downtown when it was prior COVID? How busy it was? Have you ever seen those?
So yes, I remember Ottawa downtown pre-COVID. It was buzzing. Yeah. Now it's dead.
It's zero. But even in Toronto, like that.
Even in Toronto, they're forcing them back in because like all these guys own these really expensive buildings, and they're not. Some of them are leased, some of them are owned, and the value of them got slashed and like 75% off, right?
Yeah.
So they need to bring the value back up. They have to bring the leases back in. They have to bring people back to work, and people have to understand COVID's over. Yeah,
literally snap out.
I don't know why they want to they're scared. They don't want to go back to work. They're like, I'm comfortable. I like doing this. I have time, but like at the same time, like 6 years ago, you were getting up, putting your shoes on like everybody else, and going to work. What changed?
Comfort.
No, they gave them choices, gave them options.
Options is not good.
It depends. So, like, again, I'm thinking like a boss, like someone who owns company, right? So, if I'm an employee, it would be nice to have some options. But as a boss, you don't want to give them too much because they're going to take a mile.
Take advantage.
It happens all the time.
Interesting.
How many times have you been kind to someone and then they just kept pushing and pushing the envelope, and then you have to like hold the brakes and they get mad at you?
Yeah, they do.
Personal life and family members, right?
Yeah.
You know, you tell them no one time, they act like they're well descended.
Disowning you, you know. Okay, interesting. So let's get back on that. Like the getting back to downtown and the business.
So we're not downtown. We're in Tunney's, which is
okay.
All of Tunney's is ours.
Okay, nice.
We have the
So
contract
what
for
was
all
it?
of Tunney's.
4 cafeterias.
2 Starbucks.
Okay, so what do you do for these places? You fulfill what exactly?
So we feed the government. So we feed them breakfast and lunch.
Really?
And we own the 2 Starbucks within the building. I don't know how the contract worked. I don't know what the government did, but we're able to have Starbucks in the building only. I use their name and logo and everything like that within the building only. And yeah, so right now we have 2 Starbucks operating and only 2 locations open. We still have to over time we'll reopen the rest of them once the buildings fill up again. And hopefully by 2028 we're full speed of full go.
And this is like a for-profit business, or this is non-for-profit?
This is for profit.
For-profit, okay.
And we have a pretty good lease term with the government. Can't discuss it here because it's confidential. But like we have a pretty good term with the government. I think it's very reasonable what they ask of us, and like we're very happy with where we are because it's consistent.
Okay.
Like the numbers are like the same. It's very consistent. Like we're making the same numbers over and over and over again.
And you guys only cater to that government?
Only cater to the government building.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So nobody from outside can come inside?
So we have one location that is access to the public.
Okay.
But like if you come in as a guest or a worker, you can eat at all the locations as well.
Interesting. Okay. How the heck did you even find that?
I was buying a couch.
Huh?
I was buying a couch for my sister. No cap. Yeah.
He got a government contract from buying a couch for his sister.
Yeah. So the family moved in that building in 1949.
Holy.
So 3rd generation, 3 generations, and this is people understand. This is the best time to buy businesses.
Yeah.
Because the baby boomers are retiring.
Literally.
And a lot of the service-based businesses, people. Okay, so I'll break some stats for you. Canada is the most educated country in the world.
Yes.
And the way to view education is a 2-year degree or higher.
Oh.
We are not a bachelor's, associate's degree or higher. That's how they view Canadian. We are the most.
Who's second? Japan?
No, South Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah,
Wow.
South Korea's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're the most educated country in the world. A lot of these service-based jobs people used to look down on, they're paying a lot more because not a lot of people are doing it. So for every person that goes into trades or service-based jobs, there's 10 people retiring. So it's not 1-to-1.
It's 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
1 to 10 ratio.
Yeah. So like this is the best time to get in.
But we have a housing problem, so is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Having housing problems is great if you're a trades guy, but no one's building. No one like Canada's unaffordable.
Yeah.
It's not like even Canadians want to leave.
Yeah, bro. All the Canadian like bro, so many portfolios that we manage, they're all in Florida.
Yeah, it's unaffordable. Like I was like sad to say, but I wouldn't want to buy a house in Canada until like I started a family.
Doesn't make business sense.
It doesn't, because the house doesn't make you money. It's the same amount of money. The business we purchase is less than an average single family home, and it makes me millions a year.
So you acquire businesses over real estate.
I would acquire business over real estate 10 times over.
Because of cash flow, or what is it?
Cash flow. Cash is king.
Yeah.
Cash flow, and it gives you more flexibility. Like you manage properties and you're in real estate, so you understand very well.
Yeah.
If you spend, let's say you bought a portfolio and this is 2 buildings, let's say $5 million each, right?
Okay.
You're taking home, let's say after all expenses, $50K each building. That's $100K a month,
Yeah, give or
roughly.
take. Yeah,
right?
give or take.
Something breaks, that could be $10K for the month.
Yeah.
But your mortgage is paid.
Slim.
But yeah, the margins are very tight.
Yeah, you're depending on appreciations and stuff like that. Meanwhile, it's not like that. It's all marketing and systems in place, and you just scale the business. No, it makes sense 100%. It is a much better vehicle, but I feel like there's way more moving parts.
You put the right people in place. If your phone is ringing every day, you're not running a business. You're an employee.
Yeah, that is true. You know what? You want to work on your business, not in your business.
Exactly. You don't find ways to grow the business to double the revenue or add 10, 15% to it, not fixing problems.
Yeah, but so what's your requirements when buying a business?
My requirements I do the 80-20 rule, which is that 20% of the business has to be EBITDA.
Okay.
So 20% of it has to be EBITDA because it can service the debt of the business.
Okay.
And everyone make very comfortable margins. So everyone's very happy.
But I know what EBIT is. What the viewer doesn't know.
Earnings before depreciation, earnings. Oh, I gotta Google it. But it's like earnings before depreciation, taxes. I gotta Google it.
Do it.
I gotta Google it real quick because I can't off the top of my dome. I can't.
Yeah, guys, we're raw. Our podcast is raw. We don't make these things up. You know what I mean? I know what it means, but I don't know what it stands for.
Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and authorization. Mm-hmm. So it's basically all your expenses before you pay government. So after you pay employees, insurance, everything is what's left before you pay taxes.
Yeah.
And depreciation or any equipment you may have or anything like that.
Okay.
So you really want to look at EBITDA or even sellers' discretionary earnings, which tells you how much money they're making after everything at the end of the year.
And what you're buying businesses in Canada only or in America as well?
So I'm fortunate enough to be a U.S. citizen.
So you're dual.
So I'm dual. So I'm
nice.
able to buy in Canada and the United States. And Canada, believe it or not, is easier to do banking with than it is to say. So much easier, man.
I never heard that before ever in my life.
I'll give you a hack. Okay.
Yeah.
Work with the credit unions.
Okay.
They treat your $10,000 like $1 million.
Okay.
So if you put 10 grand into TD Bank right now,
Okay.
what type of loan do you think you can get out of TD?
How much?
You put 10 grand to a small credit union, they'll give you 100 grand.
Yeah, they'll give it to you. Yeah. But I feel like, but the banks in America, they give way more money. Like they just
The banking laws are different.
Oh, okay. So
Canada has some of the strictest banking laws, but we're some of the strictest banking laws, but we do a lot of the money laundering around the world, which is crazy.
TD got caught, no?
Yeah, but out stateside.
Was that the American version?
Yeah, they got caught stateside.
Oh my God!
They're doing what they're
cartel.
So they're doing what in Canada with the. I'm not gonna say who, but like they're doing in Canada what they're still doing it now. If anyone's wondering, hypothetically, of course, this is all hypothetical.
Okay,
they're doing it now. Allegedly, this is all alleged. TD better not come for me, bro.
Breaking news. Okay.
But they tried to do the same thing in the States, and they got caught up. It was just like people were bringing bags of money to the front desk, and they're just running it through. Like you can't do that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. We've seen some horror stories from the property management side and leasing part, because we don't do buying and selling, but we've seen a lot of so once they acquire the business, the investors, and you get to see so many things with the banks. You're like, these guys are the biggest goons. This is like a whole mafia. You know what I mean?
If you own a bank, you have the right to print money, man. That's just the way it is. But it's all about risk management too, right? So the deals we bring to the table for ourselves and our investors, they're very it's very good businesses. Like you're not looking at, am I going to get, like we're looking to give them the initial investment back within 2 to 3 years.
That's very healthy.
2 to 3 years initial investment back, and then we're able to generate income for them forever.
And do you only go into businesses that you know, or you have an idea of how it works, or you just because there's so many business models?
I go to businesses that are recession proof.
Oh, okay.
So like service-based business, so trades, service-based, transportation, distribution, wholesale.
Necessities.
Yeah, necessities. No matter what, if the world shuts down tomorrow, these things are needed. If, for example, if there's no heat in your house in the winter, are you going to let your pipe freeze?
No. You're going to call the HVAC guy.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
You have no choice.
Yeah. Necessity businesses. By the way, you know that the cost per lead for a necessity business is literally like a third of what a regular business would pay for?
Yeah.
A third.
Yeah.
So like whatever you have to pay for in regular business, like for example, you're paying for $10 a lead. If you're a necessity business, you're paying like $3 a lead, and that's how you stay ahead. And that's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, but the problem is that with necessity businesses, I feel like they are more boring, and that's why people don't get to them. Like
boring is what makes you money.
Yeah.
Some of the richest people in the world, you ask them what they do. Like people look at the tech guy, and it's like that's sexy, but like.
It looks sexy.
Some of the richest people in the world have boring businesses.
Very boring businesses.
That's the way, like, through my ex, her family has a place in Naples.
Okay.
And her mom is friends with some guy who's very wealthy. Like, to the point that, like, his dog had to fly in commercial because it had too much anxiety or something. Couldn't fly on a plane with them. So they flew in private. Guess what he does?
What is the...
You know the metal toilets for all the prisons?
Okay.
He has a contract to build those.
Oh my god. He probably
Throughout
has
the United
probably has a patent, that's why.
40, 50 million a year, bro.
Are you looking to host your own podcast? Whether at our studio or your own place, Maple Media got you covered. We are a full turnkey solution and mobile setup, fully equipped to film, edit, and host your podcast. The link below on the description, you can click it to book your own call so we can get your podcast started today.
And we're back, guys. This time we're gonna cover a little bit more into you. You know, we want to learn more about you.
All right, what you guys want to know?
The risk, more on the risk factor. How long have you been an entrepreneur again? Very quickly.
My whole life, basically. So I've been an entrepreneur 24, but I was wanting to do business.
24.
I was wanting since I was young, yeah.
And how old are you right now?
32.
Okay, so 8 years.
Yeah.
In
Or
entrepreneurship.
9, 33 in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Where do we start? So,
Start with the good stuff
The good,
about being an entrepreneur.
the reason I want to be an entrepreneur, because I see my dad work himself to death.
And what did your dad work
My
at?
dad worked for waste management. 4 a.m. starts, you know how it goes. You have to get to the yard. 4 a.m. starts, start at 6, get to the yard to pick up recycling. That's what he did. He worked for the city. Worked for the city of Miami, city of Port St. Lucie, and he drove trucks his whole life. And my dad was a great provider. You know, he gave us what we needed,
A good man.
but he wasn't a good father.
Oh,
There's a difference, right?
Okay.
Like he provided, but he wasn't available because of like he was miserable. Like I know he and you know growing up, you know, him growing up in Haiti, he was definitely homesick. But you know, when you have a lot of kids, you gotta provide.
Yeah.
So I give him that. He did give us what we needed. It wasn't perfect, but what life is. So I give him that. But I seen how miserable he was. I seen how unhappy he was and how he wanted to have more time, but he just didn't know what to do. Right?
Is it because he didn't have enough skills?
I think it was 2 factors. Risk factor, because you have a lot of kids, so you can't afford to start all over.
Yeah.
And 2, I think it was lack of education. Because my uncles and aunts are very successful business people. So he had the same opportunities they did, but he chose a different path in life, right?
Okay.
My uncle was the agriculture minister of Haiti. Yeah, and now he's a politician there. And my aunt owns 3 hotels in Haiti and 2 gas stations.
Okay. So who's older? He's the oldest?
One of the oldest. Yeah, I think he's one of the oldest.
And those 2 were younger.
Like a year or 2. Like they're on their 60s now, right? So
Okay. No, maybe. I don't know. And they had the same growth path or?
same path. He just chose to have kids early, and because self-sufficient education, chose to have kids early, and then you know how it goes from there. He had to get into workforce. He worked, and then he never went back. Right?
Got it. Understood. Okay. So where's the good in that though? Because
Not the good. So the good in that for me was like seeing how hard he worked. So he gave me a work ethic. I give him because he has a very, very strong work ethic. But I just didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to exchange my time for money. I needed to work smarter. I needed to find ways to work smarter. So I could still provide the way I need to for my family and still have the freedom to do whatever I want.
Okay. So you have to be efficient.
Yeah, and the only way you can do that is to work for yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You can't, like me and my boy were talking the other day, and it was the same question I asked anybody. Would you want $1 million with no time or $100 grand with all the time in the world?
100 grand. Because you can multiply that.
Exactly, over time, right?
Yeah.
There's guys who make a lot of money in a lot of different industries, but their phones are never off.
Yeah.
I had a client, she finally made partner at a not a law firm, a accounting firm. But her phone was never off. She was traveling all over Canada to deal with very high-end clients because they're very needy. But she was making very high 6 figures.
Yeah.
But her husband had to sit her down and told her, it's either us or the family. It was your job or the family because you're not home. So
Okay.
So you have to find that middle ground. I chose to have financial freedom and time to buy. I bought back my time.
Okay. So I see where you find the good in that. And then I guess you covered some of the bad too, or do you have more bad?
Man, like this when they say this is the road less traveled, they're not joking, man. You know this.
Yeah.
You just told me a story earlier. I don't know if you want me to share it, but you know, leaving everything in Ottawa, moving to Toronto, and starting all over.
Yeah.
Not many people will do that.
Yeah. At a young age.
Yeah, at a young age.
You're very young at the time.
I mean, you look the same.
Anyway. No, that's true. You know what I mean? That's my genetics. I can't do much with that. But yeah,
But at a very young age, you left Ottawa. You literally had a dream of like, this is what I'm gonna do.
No, Canada. Yeah, with Toronto and with America.
Yeah, but how many people actually leave home and actually do something with that, right?
How much?
Have that discipline to keep going.
Less than like for my age group, it was for sure less than 5% do that.
How many of your friends that went with you? Because I know there's a couple that probably went with you and decided to move back after a week or two.
No, I was the only one actually.
You're the only one who dipped.
No, there was a group that went ahead of me.
Yeah.
By months, but they all came back, and I was the only one there.
Because they ran out of money. They're like, yeah.
They couldn't figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. That's because I did the ugly, dirty work, bro. And I was
That's
okay
what it
with
is.
that.
Like, when I say this is the road less traveled, it's the road less traveled.
Yeah.
Like, the things I've been through. So, like, my last business, my construction company I still own, a business partner stole. I partnered with someone, a family member that I trusted, and 140 grand gone. And at the time, it was a lot of money for me.
Still is, by the way.
Sure. It was a lot of money for me. You know? Like,
Okay.
You know, at the time, it was like, and then on top of that, you know, owing CRA, you know.
Oh my God.
Two people you want to owe, the feds and the feds. Like, you don't want to. CRA or the IRS, they're worse than the FBI, bro.
I've heard about it. Those two are not to be played with.
No, so you don't want to owe the money. So, like, you're dealing with all that. Plus, on top of that, you have to continue to pay your bills, pay them back, and find more work.
Yeah.
So the stress is a lot.
Double.
It's double. So people don't understand, like, when they see that you finally make it, they're like, oh, you know, somebody gave them an opportunity or something. Like, you have to create your opportunities.
Yeah.
I believe we're all lucky in life.
Yeah.
We all have the potential to do something with that if you choose to.
Yes.
But you have to create your opportunities. If you didn't take that chance to move to Toronto, would you be here right now? No.
No, it would not be. I've met some very powerful people in Toronto, and Toronto pushed me to go to America. And when in America, I've met even way more powerful people.
And that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
If I didn't take the leap of faith to purchase this business, even though the numbers are great, everything like that, but if I find the cash and the leap of faith and have a great friend who's now my business partner to be able to get this business, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Interesting.
So, like, you have to take chances in life, and the things you do reflect who you are.
Yeah.
And how you view the world, right? So, if you're scared to take those leaps of faith, or not leap of faith, but I call them calculated risks.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
No, that is very powerful what you just said. I guess you covered the good, the bad, and the ugly all in that thing. With that being said, so your holding company, right?
Yeah.
Your holding company holds. You said two companies as a.
No, so one company right now, as of right now, and we're looking to purchase more companies to put under it. But, like, we're gonna separate it by industry. So
by industry?
Yeah, you don't want all your holding company to hold
multiple.
Not just multiple. Like, if I'm doing food, I want one holding company to hold all my food business. If I'm doing transportation, one hold all my transportation, and on top of that, it's gonna be another umbrella with another company that owns all of it. So there's gonna be layers.
And structurally, like, is it like your holding company, is that Canadian or American, or is that both, or how does it work?
We're gonna have one for each.
One for each.
Yeah.
Okay. So one on the American side, one on the Canadian side.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Is it ever coming near your path, the offshore accounts and stuff like that, or is that too early?
It's too early right now. But again, there's tax advantages. Like, the States have some of the best tax advantage for businesses.
I know.
And so does Canada. So, like again, people are saying, so for those who don't understand this conversation I have right now, I'll break it down for you. When you move your money offshore, you are not, like, the money comes back. The bank reinvests the money back into developed countries. So, like, people are thinking you're doing, he's, like, doing money laundering, or he's trying to beat the tax man. The money comes back. Those roads, I'm helping pay for that, you know? Like, people don't understand that. Like, when money goes offshore, it doesn't sit there in an account. It gets reinvested.
Yep.
So, just want to get that out of the way now. But as of right now, no, I don't see the need to. And we're going to cap our pay. So, like, we're not going to pay ourselves more than we need to, and then dividends. So, another great way to take money out of the business is dividends. Dividends is capped at 20%.
Yeah.
So, if let's say you pay yourself $1 million in payroll, you're paying, what, 50 in Canada, 52% on that? 51?
Here at Founders Fortune, we are offering 20-second ad spots within our podcast. This is a great way to get your ads seen and get more eyeballs and traffic. Also, do you need help filming your ad? Don't you worry about it. We will come to you and help you film it. Click the link in the description to book a call with one of our associates and get your ads running today.
Damn.
That's so stinky, bro.
Yeah, but, like, dividends is 20% flat. It's a flat fee.
It's how much, sir?
20%.
20%, yeah.
So like, if you're looking to pay yourself $1 million, just pay yourself plus 20% of the dividends, and you can take out the $1 million compared to paying yourself a payroll, the state tax, federal tax, a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
That you have to deal with. So
I was told by multiple CPAs, even in America, actually, they said that rule still is also in America as well. No.
Yeah, dividends. That's the best way to pay yourself.
Yeah, but I thought that percentage was only for Canadians at 20%.
No, 20% in the States as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best way to pay yourself. Dividends.
Yeah, okay.
But the only difference is dividends doesn't count as recorded income.
Oh.
So if you're looking to take out a loan, you need to make no money.
So even bro, that could be as simple as even like financing a car. Nothing.
Yeah, if you're only making dividends, but you're again, cash flow is king, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually take that cash, lock it into a GSI in the bank, and they can give you a loan on that cash.
Yeah.
So if you have $1 million, you can lock it away at the bank. You still have the $1 million, lock it into GIC, that's GSI, GIC, and you can loan against that money.
Interesting. Where did you learn all this financing from? Or
just business partner, YouTube.
Really?
Just really once you start making money, you learn about money.
Yeah.
So once you start making money, you understand how to manage it. How money, and you start talking to bankers, and they tell you all this stuff.
Yeah, they do, literally.
Like, for a lot of people don't know, like, if you take one of the kids that worked for us, he went to buy a car. We told him, don't take a loan, take a line of credit. Because you have good credit, you have a job, you can probably get a line of credit for like $25K. That's standard.
Yeah.
Go get a line of credit, buy a car that's roughly around the same cost. It doesn't affect your credit when you run down the line of credit as long as you're paying back.
Yeah.
And you can pay it back as fast as you want, as slow as you want.
Yeah.
But you have to be paying it back.
Literally.
And it doesn't affect your credit. And you still have your credit to use for something else.
For something else, literally.
Yeah.
Right, bro. That makes a whole lot of sense, 100%. But like, you see, like how like there's different ways, different alternatives to get to the same result.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of people are missing that literacy in finance that they don't have, is that there's always multiple ways. People always think it's just one way and that's it. There's no way to go about it. But it's funny how you said that you educated yourself. Did you have a coach as well? Did you have mentors? Did you have anything like that? Because a lot of the people that we invite, right, over to our podcast, they're big advocates of mentoring, coaching. Like they paid their way to learn information faster. You said YouTube University, right? Clearly.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a coach or a consultant, or I guess would that be the bankers for you?
So it was one of the bankers. The bankers really educated me because I was taking money from them. So then they need me to understand how this works or how certain processes work, right? Which was great. The other one would be asking uncomfortable questions. So like a lot of people don't want to ask uncomfortable questions.
Why is that?
Because Canadians are polite, and people are polite in general, so I don't feel like I'm prying. But if Jeff Bezos was walking in the room, we're like, yo, Jeff, I'm trying to get $1 billion. Help me out. Like, don't ask for $1 billion. Ask like, yo, what do you think is the fastest way I can make $1 billion? Or I can raise $1 billion to get what I need to do. A lot of people give you those contacts for free because they see the vision that you see.
That's so
They're
true.
willing to help you.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to ask those uncomfortable questions, someone who's more successful than me walk in the room, I would ask the uncomfortable question, hey, I'm trying to raise $2 million.
Yeah.
Where do you think I should start?
Literally.
And they're eager to help you because they see the potential that you have.
That's so true.
You gotta ask the uncomfortable questions.
It's always when you're asking for help from someone higher, they're so down to give it. But then when you have somebody in the same level as
They
you,
refuse to help you. They refuse to help you.
and it makes no sense.
People understand all tides rise all ships. Doesn't matter the size of your boat.
Yeah.
If we're all in the same water,
Okay.
the tides is going up. We're all going up together.
No, 100%. I agree totally.
So like you're right. People who are like a level above you or right below you or at the same level refuse to help you. Or when someone leapfrogs you and you tell them, yo, fam, how did you get there? Oh, don't worry about it. I caught a lick. You know? What do you mean, bro?
Yeah, literally. Put me on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or just tell me what do you do? Like, don't worry about it. That's how people are sometimes.
There's enough money to go around. What about you though? Like you with the same level, people with the same level as you, or even same level. Do you help them out?
I do help people out because at the end of the day, I believe in. You're a very religious man, so I believe in positive karma.
Yeah.
I believe you do right by me.
Comes around.
Even if you don't choose to do right by, if I do right by you, even if you don't choose to do right by me, somebody else was seeing that I did right by you, and they want to help me.
Wow.
And that happened multiple times where people called me and be like, hey, I remember you helped XYZ, he's doing well now.
Karma.
I think this thing would be good for you. That's all it is. And sometimes I don't ask for now I'm coaching and I'm charging for my services.
Good.
But before, I remember I was coaching one of my boy's friend. He lived in Saga. He wants to start a construction company.
Nice.
We recently over the summer went to last summer went to a Davido concert, and he saw me. He was like, "You saved me so much money," because I send him I send him my contracts out so he can write a proper contract to a client. I showed him how to dress to go see a client. I showed him how to show up, how to present himself, what to look for, how to sell. You know, that I think that summer, his first year, he did $400,000 or $500,000
Good.
in revenue.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah.
For a first year.
Killed it, bro.
That's
Some people don't see that in a year. Some people don't see that in 2 years.
Yeah. 100%. Wow. Okay. So let me ask you this: where do you see this going? Because I could tell that you have a lot of momentum. I could tell that you're, you know, what I mean, like all good for you, by the way. All 6 cylinders, 8 cylinders are firing.
12, but
12.
yeah.
Really? I don't think we're there
Lamborghini,
yet.
fam. I'm Lamborghini.
I think we're at 8. Let's be humble. Bro, we have to keep, you know, a little bit of
Fine,
space.
8, but twin turbos. Yo, I'm a scat pack. I'm a Durango.
Holy, bro.
I got that supercharger.
Literally. Okay, so you have all this momentum. Where's this headed to, bro? What's the game plan?
So me and my business partner, we have a goal to hit in the next 2 years. We're gonna be doing $10 million in revenue across the different business that we purchase.
And how far do you feel like you're far away from that?
We're 20%. No, we're 20% there.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, we're 20% there.
That's pretty good.
No, we're not 20% there. So we're 80% left. We achieved 20% of that already.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you just said.
Yeah. Crazy. ADHD, fam. We've been through this.
Yeah, you're 20% so far in, and then you have 80. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
No, that's not enough. Like, we're just
I didn't say it was enough.
We're just missing the capital aspect.
Okay.
Injection of capital is what we really need. We need good partners who are willing to work with us, see the vision that we have, because we buy and hold long term. A lot of investors, they're looking, again, when you deal with real estate investors, they want to get their money in and out fast. We're looking for people who understand how business work. If you give me $1 million, I give you $100,000 a year. That's 10%. That's better than the market.
Of course.
Consistently across the board.
Of course.
But people don't understand that. They don't see it that way, right? People are like, whoa, like if I put that in real estate, my boy told me he can give me 40% or 80% within 6 months. But the project can go under as well. I'm giving you consistent play. And when you look at businesses, I always tell a joke. I like my businesses older than 25 so Leo don't talk to them.
Okay.
Because like older businesses, they've been through a recession.
Yes.
They've been through multiple recessions. They've seen the ups and downs. They have history. I can go to an investor right now and be like, here's 20 years of books. Even though they only need the last 3 or 5. But I can bring you 20 years. I can bring you 30 years of books to show you the consistency that the business have. That your money is safe.
Yeah,
right?
That makes sense. The more, because you have enough of a database, right? Enough of patterns to know what's good and bad.
Look at the CIM, look at CRM, look at the customers that they have over time.
Literally,
everything's in place.
What's crazy is that I've worked with real estate investors, or like people that are, I guess, in the same position as you, that acquire money, that raise money on the tech side and on the real estate side. But at the end of the day, exactly what you just said right now, they all want to, like, the investors need to see numbers. You know what I mean? They want to see what marketing tactics are you using, how are you raising that money, how are you maintaining that money. And do you know who Patrick Bet-David is?
No.
Okay, so he's a big Persian guy, very known in America. He has a big podcast. I'm sure you've seen his stuff before, 100%.
Probably.
And him too, bro. He was selling his company, his insurance company back at the time in Florida. I guess, again, no CRM, no database, nothing. He was just basically...
Are you talking about the guy who's in Tampa right now? Yeah,
PBD. Yeah. Patrick Bet-David.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Sold the insurance company, build the tech side of it.
Exactly.
Sold it 10X, yeah.
10X, bro.
Yeah.
So the importance, what I realized, right? Because I'm in marketing, bro. Yes, we have 2 sister companies, but the marketing side, bro, I've realized that I only go into companies where I see the vision and I become their marketing department, because that's where the 10X is going to come from.
Yeah.
When you have that database and you're able to manipulate and do this and do that, and you know what I mean? Like, that's where the value of the business is. Exactly what you just said right now. When you turn around and you go to an investor, that's what they're going to ask for. Show me your books. Show me what you've been doing. Show me like how we're going to get this money back and more and extra, and how we're going to double it down. But one thing I've realized, going back to what I was saying, is that the more you put into your system of you acquiring money, marketing, sales, your HR, because I asked you earlier, what do you acquire in a business? You said everything, right? It makes sense then that the more you get, the more database you have, that the more you're gonna get back to from your business. And I was a victim of that once. We had an event business once upon a time. Mind you,
businesses. Those are good
very good business,
Very good business.
very high cash flow.
Yeah.
But then guess what? I had no CRM, no more.
Yeah, you had no.
I had people come to buy our business, but like I have nothing to back it up with.
Yeah.
Nothing. Right?
Yeah.
But if I had everyone's information that I've sold and resold and everything, oh my God, bro, I would have minimum, my partner and I would have sold that business. And by the way, it took us 2 summers. We would have easily sold
But you guys, so people understand, like for those who, I recommend everyone starts in 2 things. When you start a business, learn sales and marketing.
Yes. That's literally what it is, bro.
Because if, like, sales, like, if you can sell, you can always have business coming in.
Yes.
And marketing will retarget them.
Yeah, literally bring them back.
It's a full circle. Learn sales and marketing. If you can't learn sales and marketing within a business, then like you should understand one aspect of either one, or find a partner who can do it.
Interesting.
Or find a partner who can do that.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's why. Okay, let me ask you this: you ever heard of that chicken and egg?
What came first? The chicken or the egg?
Yeah, answer that one for me. Is it the product? Is it marketing or product first?
I would say marketing.
And then what about marketing and sales?
Marketing.
Product and sales.
Product or sales?
What comes first? Not which one is more important.
Sales.
Sales. And why is that? Explain to me this one, the last one. Why is sales? Why does sales come before your product? Because you're selling your product.
Kickstarter?
Yeah.
How many people don't have a product but they're selling something?
Yeah.
That answered your question.
Yeah, there you go. No, I literally ask this question all the time to people, and some people just struggle. Like, they know that sales comes before your product, but then they're like, they don't know. But then, good on you. Honestly, you answered it right away. Bro. You're fast on it. Great. But why is that?
Because people you're in sales, so you understand. People are emotional people.
Okay.
If you can sell them a story, you can build it.
Yeah. Okay. Therefore.
So how many homes do the builders sell before they're built? I can tell you because, like, again, dealing with the banks, right? 20% of the homes have to be sold before they even give you a loan.
Yeah.
Of the building. So if you're putting up a building, 20% of the building have to be sold.
Yeah. The developer has this. Yeah.
20% commitments, checks in hand, ready to go. Pre-contracts. Yeah. Before, so people are willing to believe in the dream because they're like, hey, I know what the final product could look like.
Yeah. Literally.
So that's why sales come first before the product.
Okay, now explain to me the marketing and product.
Marketing and product? I need people coming to the door. I need to get the word out. As the Bible will say, I need to go preach the gospel.
Literally. Yeah. And that's what religion is, by the way.
Exactly.
You know? Okay. Give me the order of operation out of those 3.
The order of operations out of those 3? Again, it all depends how you look at it, right? So I would say marketing first, to bringing them in.
Okay. So that's your foundation, in other words.
That's my foundation.
Okay, you have marketing. Next?
You have to do marketing. Next, then the sales.
Okay.
The sales guy, you bring them in, the sales guy come over, close.
Okay.
And then after that, they're willing to wait for the product if they're sold already.
Okay. Literally.
How many people order cars? Brand new.
All the time.
Still wait.
Years ahead, bro. And they wait a whole other year.
They wait.
What is it? I'm sure you know Andrew Tate. He has that one big line where the Bugatti Chiron. He's been on the radar recently about all types of stuff. But he's been always said, get the website up, get the product out. Don't worry about, you know what I mean, like getting the product and buying all that. Get a warehouse. No, put the website up. Run some ads, get some marketing, get some attention. Now that you know that this business works, then you can go buy the product. Some people it's the other way around. They go buy all this inventory and then want to push it. That's not how it works. It never worked like that to begin with. I don't think any business ever worked that way. You get the attention first, then you get the sales, like you said, right? Like a deposit, whatever the case may be. Then you go build a product. And I like that business because what do you think of using other people's money? That method.
That's the best way. I believe that's the best way to move.
Have you ever done it any other way?
No. I think it's the best way. So, like, when I first started my own company, I did it. I put my own money in and I reinvested my own money.
Okay.
If I had other people's money, I would move 10 times faster.
Really?
I would move 10 times faster.
Interesting.
But, but you move with more caution because, like, there's 2 types of people that use other people. Those who move at speed with no brakes and those who speed but has membrane brakes. Because you want to make sure that you're moving with speed, but at the same time, you want to give your investors their money back, some type of guarantee or security, right? I want to do that if I was starting a company, because I can't give you anything, any type of guarantees. All I can tell you is I understand this industry. I've been in it for many years. This is what I can do. But if I'm purchasing a business, I have history of guarantees.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, the company did this, the company did that, you know, the company did this is your return.
Literally. Because you have data to base
To
it
back it up, right?
Would you ever start a business ever again? Because like, you know, when you do something so many times, like you can never do it any other way. Would you ever start a business, or would you always just buy them?
I always just buy them.
Never, you can never see yourself.
Look, the white man didn't discover a lot of things, but they stole it. Did they not?
Literally, bro. They have us all on a chokehold.
So I would prefer to buy it. The white man didn't discover they discovered a lot of things, but they purchased it.
Yeah.
Corporations grow because they purchase smaller businesses, not to get taken over.
So you would never see yourself ever starting a business?
No, I'll probably start a charity. The only business I'll start would be like a passion project, like a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, because I know restaurants don't make money.
What?
A lot of them don't make money.
No.
So
we did the marketing for a good chunk of them. It was such a slim margin.
Very slim margins.
Not worth it.
So a lot of
unless it's fine dining.
Yeah.
I've never tapped into that market, but I was told that it's pretty great.
But at the same time, it's kind of like a trend, right? Unless you're like good, like I like the Rose Bowl here, really good restaurant.
Very good restaurant.
And there's some restaurants who are like been here for years and they do very well.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like that's the only passion project I would start would be a restaurant because it's a heavy investment. Kitchen equipment's not cheap.
Very expensive. What cuisine though?
Probably Caribbean.
Really?
Of course.
Yeah.
The goat meat, the whole nine, fam.
Ooh, bro, Haitian food is so good.
Yeah, it is.
So what's your favorite Haitian spot in Ottawa?
I'm not gonna lie. I have to say Margot's.
Really?
I like Margot's.
Yeah, I like my guys at Margot's.
Yeah.
Margot's, you guys should sponsor us, man. With that being said, thank you very much. This was a good part one, man. You know, we might have to come back for a part two and, you know, coach them a little bit more and tell them how to acquire business. I've been a part of, guys, people raising money for tech, for real estate. I've never, ever came across someone as passionate as this individual in acquiring other businesses. So maybe this is a different angle that you guys never thought was out there, and this is why we put it together. Other than that, thank you for coming on, my man. I really appreciate it, bro. And we'll see you guys on the next side.